Hello and welcome to another video from the CCS team. In this video, we show you how to perform the step-by-step migration from the Danfoss DP7 display series to the Danfoss DM7 display. Migrating from DP7 to DM7 in PLUS+1 guide is straightforward as both displays' profile have the same resolution. The key steps of the display migration from DP7 to DM7 are exporting screens and the application logic, creating a DM7 project and import the previously exported files, rewiring hardware-specific connections, compiling to fix errors and testing on real hardware. Challenges such as different button layouts and missing signals can be overcome with systematic troubleshooting and reference to the API specification. When done correctly, the migration preserves the functionality of the original DP7 project, while enabling the use of the modern DM7 hardware platform. All these steps are shown in the following. Starting with Step 1, export from the DP7 project. Before migration, preparation is crucial. Start by compiling your DP7 project in PLUS+1 guide to confirm that it is error-free. If the source project contains errors, those errors will migrate along with the project, making debugging more complicated in the DM7 project. By starting with a clean project, you isolate migration issues from existing problems. Once you are certain that the project is error-free, start exporting the display screen definitions. Screen definitions contain all the user interface elements like buttons, menus, text labels, and navigation. In PLUS+1 guide, go to Project Manager Screen Library, right-click Screen Definitions, and select Export Screen Definitions. This ensures that all your graphical work is preserved and ready for reuse in the DM7 project. A new window will appear asking you to name the newly created export definitions file that has .esd extension. This file will be required to be imported to the DM7 project screen definition shown in Step 2. Next is export the application logic, also called SCS file. The application page contains your logic, how buttons trigger screen changes, how messages are processed, and how alarms or events are handled. Export this logic to a .scs file by entering to the main application page of the DP7 project and choosing File Export, then Block, and finally select the entire simulation inside the main application page. This creates a portable file that can be imported into the DM7 project. Without exporting the application logic, you would need to manually rebuild the entire control structure, which is inefficient and prone to errors. The .scs file preserves your investment in application design. In Step 2, a new DM7 project will be created and import the two exported created files from the previous step. Always remember that there are different models of DM7 series. Make sure you select the right hardware based on your application. Each device family has its own hardware definition, so-called HWD. This defines the available inputs, outputs, keys, and system features. If you try to open a DP7 project directly on a DM7, the hardware references will be invalid. By starting with a DM7 project, you load the correct hardware configuration. Next, the file needs to be imported that has been exported from the DP7 screen definitions. This will be done by opening the project manager on the left top, then scroll down till you find the screen definitions. That's where you need to right-click to choose the Import Screen Definitions option. By making this step, a new window will open where you can choose the previously exported file to be imported on the new DM7 project. It is very important as it ensures the look and feel of your application is consistent. Users moving from DP7 to DM7 should experience the same navigation and layout, minimize retraining, and avoid confusion. Finally, the previously exported application logic should be imported to the new DM7 project. It is very straightforward. You need to go to File on the top left and scroll down till you find the Import option where you can see the block option. By clicking on it, it will direct you to the .scs file you exported earlier in Step 1 on the current project. Please remember to enter the main application page on the running project and clear whatever inside the page, as we will import the exported application logic inside the main application page. Keeping the application code that is inside the main application page of the new created DM7 project can result in duplicated functions or conflicting inputs. By starting with a clean application page, you maintain full control and avoid unintended behavior. Step 3. Rewire for DM7 differences. This is the most critical step because DP7 and DM7 hardware layouts are not identical. If your DP7 project have physical keys, and you want to migrate to a DM7 that has got physical keys and touch, then you can rewire some of your buttons from DP7 to the one on DM7. The physical keys from DP7 that are not available on DM7 must be replaced with touch buttons or an HMR, for example. Step 4. Compile the DM7 project. Before we compile the DM7 project, please make sure to copy any extra added files, images, or text folders from the DP7 project manager to the DM7 project, and also be aware of file duplications, like it is shown here in the example when we had to copy the arrays folder from the DP7 project manager. Once the compiling is done successfully, there will be a generated .lhx file. By double-clicking on it, it will direct you to PLUS+1 service tools where you can download the application into the hardware. Step 5. Download and test on DM7. After compiling the project without errors, we are ready to download the programmed application into the hardware using Danfoss PLUS+1 service tool. Choose the gateway based on which one you are using. It is always recommended to use the USB Ethernet cable for faster deploying. We hope that you found this video useful. Remember that PLUS+1 community help is available on the PLUS+1 user forum. Check out other videos on our YouTube channel, or contact the PLUS+1 help desk. Thank you for your attention.